dwarf. You see a woman with grey skin and curious hair sitting a little awkwardly on a small chair. You see, with a 17, no, just a roll over here. Yeah, you see one of the woman around a nervous-looking half-orc slip something from his pocket. You see her, as he's distracted with the other 5, she just reaches in and pulls a little something.
From his pocket?
From his pocket, yes.
Without him noticing?
Without him noticing, no. Yeah, he's just kind of nervous looking about.
Ooh. I like her.
Yeah. You also notice as the young dwarf speaks with the 2 halfling men that are definitely wearing worker clothes. They exchange a few words. One of the halflings writes something quickly into one of the halflings writes something quickly in a notepad and rushes towards the back of the inn, weaving between the other people around.
Got it.
Does everybody else in the inn see this?
No, only
that's
Rowan.
just me.
Keep an eye out. Yeah. Something else Rowan notices is one of the tables opposite to the counter. There are a few, like 3 people wearing town's guard gear. The green pieces of armor, the shield on the back. They are carrying no weapons at the moment, and they appear to be in the middle of a hushed conversation between the 3 of them.
Can I see them as well?
The guards are not hidden. You just see them sitting to the side.
Yeah, are they like normal? Normally, are they normal towns guards? What? Are they new here?
Are they from here? Are they from Greenest?
Roll me a history check.
Ha! Okay. History.
Since Isa is not the most sociable.
Let's pick that. No.
Alright,
you haven't spent that much time.
Do I recognize them? I'm running from the law, so I kind of have to know.
Yeah. At first, Mia kind of takes more appreciation from the armor rather than the people wearing them.
There's an animal next to them?
No, from the armor.
Oh, armor. Okay, armor. Yeah, okay.
From
yeah,
the
that
armor
was what I was thinking
people.
about. I wanted to go up and ask them about how the armor was made.
Yeah. But she's not sure if she's seen them before. That's the point. Rowan, it's not someone that Rowan has seen from the past. They are definitely wearing greenest gear and not her own hometown gear. So they're definitely from here. If they have any note or have notice about Rowan's misdemeanor, we'll call it that, you're not sure.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go up and talk to them.
Sliss kind of stands up, the back of her legs kind of kicking the small chair back a little bit.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
She approaches one of the guards. We'll say a human. Yes, it's a human with 2 gnomes. The armor looks kind of silly on them. Kind of looks like a kid got dressed up in gear. Looks like an older gentleman, great hair. Looks up at Rowan and you see a smile kind of spark on his face. Sorry, I don't want to keep going for Rowan. It's because I have her topmost. Isam, a smile sparkles on his face and says, "Oh, look here. Who's left the furnace alone?" And gives a silly smile.
Yeah, I was wondering, could I take a look at your armor? It's quite nice. It's quite nice, and it's very well made.
Oh, it was your old man who made it. Here, take a look. And he kind of squeaks away from the table and stands up to his full, maybe 5'7" height.
Yes, I was wondering, you see, if it was him or if you'd gotten somewhere else. It's good. Returning customer is always nice.
Roland a Smith Tools check with your intelligence modifier.
What? Okay, how do I do that?
If you go to right under your stats, it's your proficiencies.
Yeah.
If you hover over and click on the
was
gear.
With strength. Wait, one second. That always was with strength, so with intelligence. 18. Woo!
Alright.
Wait, what?
Isa, looking at the armor, who the guards are wearing a mix of the plates and just double check. Let's make sure. GG, good game. Yeah, chain short. A little bit of metal on the shield. While she does recognize her grandfather's craftsmanship on the metal of the armor, the shield has a different design. The straps are at a different place, and the symbol even that the guards can have it be whatever they want. They can even cover it if they want. It's not something that Isa has seen in the make of her grandfather.
Oh, this is quite interesting. Your shield, that's nice. But my grandfather didn't make that. Where's it from?
Gonna holds it over and looks at it with a smile. Oh, this piece. Well, I do like your grandfather's, the one that your grandfather made. I won this in a game of cards a few nights ago from a gentleman from out of town. But it's good for a change, isn't it? Kind of holds it up a little proudly.
Yeah, it is. It's very nicely made. My grandfather probably would like to look at it to just see how it was made to improve his own skills. You should come by.
As you're having this conversation, Black, please roll me a perception check.
Flat. Oh, sorry, me.
Yes. Is your name?
I thought you said black.
Oh, me.
Oh, that was bad.
You're gonna have in your brain trying to kind of feel different tastes of these halfling made drink. And actually, you're drinking your own make. So sorry.
Yeah,
you're kind of.
I'm drinking.
You're kind of keeping an eye just to make sure that a dwarf doesn't come from the back trying to scoop your axe. So you kind of don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I put that down in the notes. I put that down in the notes. Halflings and little dwarf. Keep an eye on them.
But the guard kind of taps the metal and says, I mean, seems sturdy enough, but if you want, I can go after my shift is over. No.
Your shift is over.
I'm sure he would love that. I will go back to waiting for the show now. Bye! And then I go back to
enjoy the show.
Empty spot. You too.
As the conversation ensues, we'll say Rowan was keeping an eye out. A gentleman approaches, a woman approaches Rowan. Appears to be of non-descent, short white hair, kind of cut very short to the head. Appears to be a traveler, as you can see from the clothing, robes and some kind of armor underneath. She scoops to one of the chairs nearest to Rowan, slams her palm on the wooden table, and says, "Hey, you're looking to play some cards?"
Did he slam on the table? He slammed on the table?
Just her hand, like back.
Right, okay.
Not like a boom.
So, yeah. If that happened, Flack would be jumping up and going, right, what the fuck did that?
Rowan, I look her over coolly and I say, sure, what are we playing?
Just, let's the locks decide. Draw the highest cards and see who has the best luck around here. She kind of sits, doesn't sit on the chair. She kind of has her feet on the seat itself and her back resting against the back of the chair. I have some coin I could put down.
Oh, excuse me.
Rowan offers her the deck, says, would you like to cut?
Could you repeat that? You kind of like that.
I was offering her I was holding the deck, and so I offered to let her to cut the deck, like in half, to shuffle it if she'd like.
She reaches forward and pulls up the deck. Pulls out and begins to do the whole shuffling as we do. What's Roman's passive perception?
14.
14. Rowan definitely sees a few of the cards go into her sleeve.
She smirks.
She shuffles and begins to push the deck and begins to shuffle 5 cards for each. To kind of hidden. So you kind of have to. The game is you have 5 cards. You select which 3 you want to flip. During that time, you can, if you want, do some sleight of hand. And then each of us rolls D4, D6, and D8. The sleight of hand lets you reroll one of those.
And it's whoever has the highest of the 3 numbers,
yeah.
Or like the highest sum of the 3.
Yeah, the highest sum.
Yeah, sorry about
All right,
that.
cut it out with the beer brewing over there.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm trying to decide what to do. Did she put a bet down on the table? Like she said 5, right? If I remember correctly.
I have some coin to offer, and she put. We'll say she puts down. Let me just. She puts down 8 gold pieces
on the table.
Yes, they're kind of up to show.
Rowan puts her right hand on the table and grabs the other lady's right sleeve with her left hand and looks her dead in the eyes and says, "I don't play with cheaters." And she asks for the rest of her deck back.
Ooh.
Oh, keen sight, I see. Very well. I thought I put some spice to the game, but she kind of shakes her sleeve, and 6 cards come out. She kind of tuk, 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 and puts them at the bottom of the deck.
Okay. Rowan takes the 8 gold pieces from the table and said, "Thanks for playing. Like, this is over."
And the one kind of leans forward, or then from the corner of her eye, she sees one of the guards is kind of curiously looking over, and she, I'll play you again some other time. And she hops down from the chair. You hear the.
Did she just at me?
She
trying to start a fight right now? Like.
You hear a grumble as she steps away.
Puffed away.
Fine, she can grumble. I took her 8 because I fucking caught her. I want everybody in the party to know that Rowan totally was gonna use sleight of hand. But she was just surprised that someone had the audacity to use it against her.
Yeah, rolled very poorly.
You can't cheat the cheat, sorry. Don't cheat the cheater.
Mark up those 8
You're going
gold.
to be cheating the cheater.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I had a choice. I could have tried to cheat the cheater knowing she was cheating. But I decided to, not. I don't know. I don't know what came over me.
So the cheater caught the cheater cheating.
Yep.
Well, the word is going to lose meaning.
Instead of cheating the cheating cheater.
Yeah.
Alright. We'll say, but it's a few.
So yeah, so I've got. Rowan is happy. She's happy that girl picked on her because now she's got 8 more gold pieces than she started with.
That's alright.
That was a gnome, you said, right?
Yes, a gnome woman, a short white hair.
Okay.
How loud is this this confrontation?
Probably not very loud. I'm very cool under pressure.
Amongst the kind of conversation going on in the inn itself, from inside at the moment, on top of the 6 people currently playing music from different corners.
Ah, right, fair enough.
But that's going on. Vanessa, who is being taking her drink, hears the telltale sound that is so painful for most parts. The sound of a string instrument. A number of the strings just splitting, just a ding 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 sound, and the kind of discordant sound that kind of echoes behind. Kind of look in the direction of where that horrible sound came from, and you see in one of the corners what appears to be a known man currently looking over his split viol as a dwarven fellow is kind of picking himself up from the ground.
What is Rowan again? I forgot.
Wait, I was the one saying this? I thought we were back to Vanessa.
Yeah, Vanessa.
Okay.
From Vanessa.
That part must have cut.
Something that pisses you off more than anything. Somebody playing a bad stringed instrument.
Ooh.
I'll take out mine.
Yeah, as Vanessa looks over, there is a gnome fellow with what appears to be a broken viol, and before him there is a dwarf picking himself off the ground.
Yeah, dwarf picking himself off the ground.
Why was he on the ground?
He fell. Probably.
Did he get tripped? Did you trip him?
He's pissed. That little dwarf is pissed. I just pushed him. Balanced, and this is fucking full.
The story's kind of chock-full at the moment.
Don't care.
Okay. I see that. I take out my lute and try to be like, "Hey, it's chill," but just play a little ditty.
Roll a persuasion check to convince them that it's chill as the gnome appears to be about to take the higher, this bigger side of the broken viol and about to clog the dwarf on the back of the head with it.
Bar fight!
Persuasion
Bar
check.
fight!
Persuasion.
Could you repeat that?
Yeah.
Persuasion, yes.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
About that.
Ow!
Ooh! Bar
Oh,
fight!
bad.
Bar fight! Bar fight!
As Marisa begins to kind of pull the instrument up to her lips, the chamber of the viol comes down onto the back of this dwarf's fellow, and most of this discord sound comes a ting, ting, ting. Let me roll him a. Let's see. Right, you see the viol kind of break further in half over the dwarf's head, and the
Oh my
dwarf just
What?
kind of continues picking himself off the ground without even noticing. But there has these splinters of a wood and a thread all over his wild black hair. Kind of picks himself up. Vanessa just sees him sway side to side heavily. And the gnome appears to be just red face.
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough. This imbecile. And the gnome puts his hand just pointing at the dwarf. This imbecile just broke my instrument. What am I supposed to do now? I cannot perform without my instrument. Oh, this is bollocks.
Yeah, it's a little tough. But take a deep breath, I guess, and hopefully you'll find something.
So, where am I going to purchase an instrument at this time of day? And he puts his finger up to the dwarf's nose, who's just kind of trying to figure out what's going on, why he's been addressed. You, sir, will hear from my lawyer.
Oh my god, do you have lawyers, Indy?
Do they? Yeah, that's
You have representatives.
Cool.
But that is a loud enough conversation or exchange that a few of the patrons are kind of looking in that direction.
Oh, so Flack can actually notice it.
Yes, like
That-
kind
that-
of
Oh.
see.
That little gnome dude is picking on a dwarf.
Because his finger up to the finger is a few centimeters away from bringing up the dwarf's nose.
Alright, well, Flack gets up, walks over to, what was it, gnome? Over to said
Yes,
gnome.
and yes,
Pick
the
him
gnome
up.
looks. Oh god.
Picks him up and looks him in the face. Fuck off.
And does what?
It picks him up.
Picks him up, looks him in the face and says fuck off and chucks him onto the ground.
Is Flask growing him from under the pits or from the collar of his vest?
Collar of the vest.
Kind of the dwarf is red in with drunkenness. The gnome is red with ire, but it turns from a deep red to a pink. It's kind of you see his little feet kind of kicking the air before he hits the ground, and he picks himself and tries to fix up his vest, fine-made vest, but there is a pretty big rip over one of the chest areas. And he turns the nose up and turns towards the door at the moment.
Give a bit of
Rowan
a
is-
slap.
Rowan is impressed.
Flack doesn't like picking on people.
Did Isa see this?
You were nearby. The exchange was kind of noticeable. You do see that you're kind of coming back from the guards. one of the gnomes is about to stand up, but the other kind of pats him on the shoulder and shakes his head and pushes one ring closer to the first gnome.
Yeah, okay. Did the gnome that was threatened by this dwarf run outside?
He made his way outside, yes, to
Yes,
the
then
door,
I
which
will
the doors
follow
are
him.
all wide open.
Yeah.
Then I will follow him.
I helped the little dwarf up.
This is a different dwarf from the one that you spoke to earlier. He appears to be older, but has a very wild black hair and beard that doesn't seem to have been brushed or kept in any sort of manner for probably a few months.
So he's a bit of a tramp then, really.
As Isa is walking past this little group, you do recognize Otus, one of the known town drunks.
How do you write that?
Yeah.
Thank you. The town is drunk? Oh my god, that's great.
Drunks.
Everybody's got a town drunk.
I got the T on the town, that's great.
Oh.
But yeah, I will go outside and look for the gnome. Sir, gnome? Are you here?
Roll me a perception check, Isa. A Flack.
Flag. Oh.
Yes, what do you want to do? No. Isa rolls a perception check. I think Flack was trying to tell me something.
No, I was gonna try to speak to the dwarf and try to help him with his alcoholic problem.
That's so
You're gonna
awesome.
help him with his alcoholism.
Yeah.
As a dwarf
I
who
used
made
to be
their
I
own
used to be
beer.
a badass alcoholic.
Got it.
Yep, we'll go with this first, since this might take. We'll go with Flag first and Isa
Yeah, of course.
second,
Do that.
just to simplify things.
So,
The dwarf kind of. First we'll see this how this conversation plays out. The dwarf stands to his feet. You see him very heavy sway, like you almost think you're seeing a boat just moving from side to side. He's wearing very dirty vestments. He does have a simple jacket that is definitely one or two sizes higher, longer than him. As he puts a hand on Flack's shoulder, you can smell the just swathed or unwashed mouth as he speaks. Thank you, buddy. Now, what do you say if we celebrate this chance encounter with a drink?
I think you've actually had enough, little boy.
Oh,
We need to
just
sit down.
start.
Sit down and have a drink of water. With something to eat.
It's not even noon. I can sit down late. There's going to be a party. Come on.
Exactly. It's not even
Let's just have a drink.
It's not even noon and you're fucking drunk. I don't even fucking do that. Shape up, you're a dwarf. You're proud. Do I roll persuasion?
Persuasion or intimidation?
Persuasion. I'm not intimidating with persuasion.
As you kind of try to get through to him, you see his eyes are almost closed. You see this very goofy smile upon his face. Definitely, he has more broken teeth than healthy teeth. As you say this, kind of his eyes kind of washes past Flack. The hand on the shoulder kind of pats him, and he pushes himself deeper into the attempts to go deeper into the inn itself.
Alright, okay. I'll give the innkeeper 1 gold to help him. So in other words, 1 gold for a bath, shower, and all that lot.
You want me to? I mean, I can probably get a few strong people to carry him, but I'm not sure how long that's going to last. Othos is kind of a known phenomenon around town, so. But I'll do what I can. Well, how about that?
If need be, I can lock him out.
You have to speak with the guards for that. I don't have any control. He's just drunk. He's not doing anything bad.
Well, here's a gold anyway. Try to sort him out.
He slips the gold and leans to the male halfling behind the counter, and you see him exchange a few quick words. Does Flack understand halfling?
No.
No. So they exchange the words. Flag recognizes the dialect and cannot understand it.
Yeah, pretty much. Where's my languages? What are my languages?
A barbarian Charlie does not get a lot.
No, I don't think.
No, just like common and dwarven.
Yeah. And that's going on. Yeah. Isa steps out.
Mr. Gnome, where did you go off to?
With an 18 and your high vantage point, you see the gnome pushing past a few people that kind of look at him with some annoyance, but continue on their own things. He's moving just across the street, kind of going that way.
Excuse me, mister, and I try to catch up to him.
Yeah, you have long legs. That does not take you. As you approach from behind, kind of puts hands to his hips and turns like a toy on one foot. What? What is it now?
I'm sorry.
As he turns, he's kind of looking at your knees and then has to crank out to look at your face.
Oh, this is gonna be so rude. But I crouch down to his height. I'm sorry to waste your time more than it already has, but I saw what happened inside, and I would just like to apologize, even though it wasn't me. An instrument is very important to someone, especially if you're an entertainer. So I know that meant a lot to you, and you didn't like it being destroyed. And it wasn't nice for that dwarf to threaten you like that, but it wasn't so nice for you to attack that dwarf either.
I didn't threaten. I just said fuck off.
Shh.
As you are talking, the gnome appears to be breathing very heavily. Yes, it's those dwarves always bunching together, and Athos, who let him into the inn at day? He was supposed to be, I don't know, he's supposed to be by the well at this time. Jeez. I swear, this town under current regiments just going straight to the nine hells.
Well, you can't really force someone to be a place. They are allowed to walk around. But, yeah, what happened was an accident. And as you know, he drinks a lot, so he's not always right in his mind. So you know that he didn't mean to destroy your violin. And if he didn't use up all his money on drinking, he would probably try to pay you back.
Kind of looking at the ground, kind of considering. Man, it's good to hear, Liz. Someone understands what I'm feeling.
Yes.
Young lady,
Have
what
a
is
nice
your
day.
name?
Oh, it's Isa. You probably know my grandfather. He's the Goliath in the hot ticket. It's the smithy down
Oh,
south.
yeah, okay. He begins to nod along as he kind of. Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm his grandmother.
he's.
Isa Sky Climber. That was the last name, right? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Isa Sky Climber.
He's definitely brought up a respectful young lady.
Thank you.
I am
What's your name?
Inom Tabun.
Can you write that in chat?
Yes, it reads a lot like a norm. So,
We're probably gonna make you write all the names in the chat, just so that there's
Yep.
like a record of them.
I'm
Yep.
dyslexic, so yeah.
Inom Tabun is the name. Merchandise is the game, but I like to play from time to time.
Oh, that's lovely. It was nice to meet you, though. I hope you have a nice day. I should probably get back to my grandfather. I was only supposed to go around shopping today, and I got a bit sidetracked.
Right, what's going on? I was there
Generally.
for a minute.
Young
So,
lady,
goodbye.
you should probably go enjoy the performances.
Probably, but grandfather needs me in the shop. I can't leave him alone. He has no one to take care of him, so I need to do that now.
Kind of shakes his head. What is up with grown men and having other people take care of them? Of this town.
Yeah, well, maybe that will change in the future. Goodbye. Then I start
Goodbye.
walking to the smithy.
Oh no.
What? I'll just place it there for now, in case I meet random people on the way.
Yes.
She tends to get sidetracked.
Vanessa witness this one dwarf talking with the other kind of very drunkly put together dwarf. And turn was on the turn. All right. Around this time is when everyone around the area begins to hear a trumpet playing.
Oh no, I left.
You can hear it. It's kind of.
No, I know. It was just, yeah.
Yeah.
Knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, everyone hears a trumpet, and people kind of curiously look from where it's coming from. And through the open doors of the halflings lock in, you see there is, say, it's a halfling gentleman, long, blonde hair, kind of tucked into a ponytail. Very nicely dressed, but the nice clothing is covered with these very silly kind of nonsensical pieces of cloth, like a strap of a orange, kind of coming like a sash over the shoulder and to the side of the waist. Few blues and whites along the legs, and there is this kind of a cloth horn that is being put together to the back of the head, probably tied to the ponytail that's kind of coming up to the back of his head. And he says, "Ladies and gents of all makes and kinds, come out. The show is about to start." And as you kind of look out, you realize that as you've been here, it's about an hour and no one is coming to.
Alright, I barred past everybody, get out of the door. I don't care, I'm like, fucking move.
Flag coming out first is the first one to hear from the lounge couch that has been set up to the side of the normal seating where this chunky elf is sitting, and you hear, "Yes, let the show begin."
What is this show?
He kind of looks over the back of the of the lounge chair. You know, the show, the talent. Oh, I can't wait to see what people come out with.
The talent show is starting. That's what his elegance is saying, I think.
Yes.
Talent show. I got a talent. Drinking.
Flag, Rowan step out. A few of the other people inside the inn step out as well, carrying their drinks or whatever implements they have. The three guards step out outside as well, but they kind of take a spot off to the side of the show, not really in the crowd. As Isa is coming this way, several of the children that were kind of hanging around this area kind of rush past in the opposite direction, followed by a few kind of leisure fathers. They don't appear to be in the same rush as their children.
Fathers?
Yes, fathers. Following their children back to the show.
Oh.
So the children are coming.
Yeah, the children are coming.
They are coming.
Does that mean I see like a horde of children running past me?
Yep.
Like a dozen or so, just halfling,
Step on
humans.
I get a bit confused and then sidetracked and follow them.
She turns around and finds her way back.
Yeah, like, oh, something's happening. I should follow this. Just like whoosh, right past the gnome. Whoosh.
Oh yeah, the gnome was on his way home, so put him over there. All right. Now, if everyone give me a moment, I just need to. Oh god, wait, no, there we go.
Just need to get the dragon ready.
Yes, the 5 dragons.
Dragon. Like, here, have a dragon. Shit.
Oh, this is so cute! You made this?
I got it from the. You can see it?
No.
There's loads of dark.
Oh, so these things... Oh, so this is sitting and then this is the stage. I got you.
Oh, sorry, you did not have a site prepared. Sorry, I'll just fix it real quick. Oh, that's why. Because this wasn't your final token.
Shit. It's actually really cool.
Dark vision, but it should be fully illuminated.
There it is.
Where's the fancy dude sitting?
Fancy dude, it will be to the side. Yes.
Where?
Yeah.
Which one? Will you show me which one he is?
Yeah, I'm just setting it down because I wanted to. I kind of changed the things as we went along, so he's already out. I was going to have him walk out at this point. It doesn't matter. I just need to move everything over.
So, like, I'm guessing the children are
They're
sitting...
probably like up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Then I
not
join them.
Yeah. I didn't want to overpopulate
You're gonna
the
sit among
area,
the children?
so
Yeah, I'm gonna sit among the children on the ground, and just like, this is great.
You're super curious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super curious about you. Very intrigued. She's like, what is this? What is this lady doing?
over there.
This is true. Like, I'm looking at it like, The hell are you doing?
I'm just sitting there with my legs crossed, and then
Perfect gym pose.
just-
What is
just
everybody again? What is everybody
well-
again?
I'm a Goliath.
I'm a half elf.
Half
Hang on.
elf.
So Puff, you're a half elf. Me, you're a Goliath, and Rowan, you're a half elf.
Mhm.
And I'm
And
now
you're
sitting.
a hill dwarf. Yeah.
Yep. I just needed to half elf. What was it? Half elf.
Rogue.
Half elf.
Half elf.
Oh, rogue.
My
Oh, I
ID
should
got a
write down
half
that
elf.
as well.
Yeah. We got a rogue and a bard.
Yeah.
Goliath. What was it? Goliath.
Forge cleric.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Cleric and half elf. Just so I know, I just sort of keep losing track. And yeah,
You're
I'm
good.
a Storm Herald Barbarian.
A storm what?
Storm Herald Barbarian. Hill Dwarf.
Storm Herald.
Yeah, Storm Herald.
Interesting.
It's going to be to see. It's based on a story what I've done for him.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's actually really good.
Right now, Isa is just sitting on the ground with the kids with her legs crossed and just like swaying a bit from side to side, excited for what's to come.
Yeah.
Can I make an investigation check to see if there's any little sticks?
Little.
Sticks?
Yeah, sticks.
Why?
Yeah, around the area, you just
Are you
find
gonna raid
a random stick.
the cart?
Yeah, I find a random stick and poke her. Poke.
Poke Isa?
Poke Ro- yeah, he's was like,
what?
I was like, hey, what are you doing?
What?
Why are you
I'm
sitting
sorry?
down there? Why not use a
Well,
chair?
Oh, look at the cute little
Well,
couch.
I'm really tall, so if I sit on the bench, then people behind me won't see.
Yeah, but,
That's
I
really
don't wanna
thoughtful.
yeah,
sit-
but
I don't want to sit in the back, because then I won't see.
She's so cute.
She's so cute.
okay, I suppose.
Rowan, wait, can I hear them from where I am? Can I hear this little exchange, Joe?
Yeah, it's a little noticeable amongst the people kind of looking for a seat, so you kind of get the bits of it.
I have a question. The guy on the sofa, is
Yes.
he laying on the sofa?
Yes, he's just
Like-
kind of
Like
strong.
peeping like a French girl laying on the
Yeah,
sofa?
it's
Oh,
a
this
lounge
is
sofa.
great.
I mean,
It's kind of
he's not naked, but like
No. It has this crescendo back, so it kind of grows taller as it goes, and he's just fully
Oh.
just laying there
Like
wearing
a
these
fainting chair.
robes. Yes.
It's a fainting
yeah,
chair.
just
Oh.
like that.
what is a fainting chair?
Like in
Google
Victorian
it.
times, there's a shitty lounge. You just
Right, because maidens, that's all we can do is faint.
yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. And Vanessa's just like, oh shit, were we supposed to sign up somewhere? Oh fuck.
Oh shit, were we supposed to sign up somewhere? I thought we just kind of just walked up there.
Yeah, things are being explained. Yeah, as you guys do come out, you also noticed by one of the by the entrance, there is this large what appears to be sign, just kind of a stand where just noticeable. There we go. Made of wood, that the you see papers underneath, but it has been mostly covered by the festival sign, which is something that you guys have seen through and through in your travels, which is your festival in greenest, bring your talents, reward. The reward has been scratched here, unlike any other signs that you have seen. First place was 25 gold and free stay for a week. Second place was 10 gold and free meals for a week. But it has been scratched, and the reward first has been changed to 75 gold and a random reward and a benefactor's reward. Second place has been changed to 40 gold. Yes.
I'm just wondering if we can actually have magical weapons at level 1. Because I was thinking of Hugh. Great axe.
I mean, you can only buy what you can afford. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Unless
You've
it's
only got-
balloon.
Yeah, but you can't just gift yourself, the great flaming sword of doom as level 1 because,
Oh,
it was your father's. Like, that's not how that works.
No, I mean,
What were you thinking of?
Hugh, Great Axe, or Battle Axe, or something like that.
Hugh.
Yeah, Hugh. It's a +1 magical axe and chops down.
Yeah. You might be able to find it in the future, and that's what this campaign is for. Not
Yeah.
at first. So.
As much as I want you as like a future party member to have whatever you want, that also seems like a little OP. You've got 10 health points. Like, like what are you going to be doing wielding a magical axe?
Yeah.
I only have 9. What is this?
Wait, you're supposed to start with 10. Everybody's supposed to start with 10, I thought.
Nope.
No.
Really?
Negative con.
What?
18 HP.
You
How do you
start
have-
with the total of your hit dice plus your constitution.
Constitution.
Barbarian.
So I roll
It
with a D8
rolls.
and I have +1
Yes.
in constitution.
You have -1.
Yeah,
Oh,
Black is a
minus
No.
1. Yeah.
Black is an
No,
absolute
I don't
fucking
I have 1 in
monster.
constitution. I have 1 in
You
constitution.
have a 1? Alright, sorry, I was thinking of
I
someone
have
else. But yeah.
-1 in dex.
There we go. So yeah.
I have 5 in Constitution.
Let me explain. Both rogues, clerics, and bards have a D8 as your hit dice. Third level, you have D8 plus or minus your constitution. Both
Got
Vanessa
it.
and Rowan have a +2.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
I'm Barbarian, I have 12.
Plus
So-
a 5, plus a 1.
Plus a 1.
Changing course. The board for the prizes, is that also a sign-up list or nah?
No, it has a little note that says show up and compete.
Got it. Okay,
Bring what you have.
so we just kind of do whatever.
Yeah, so as you guys have been settling down, I forgot to put down the gnome. You see the halfling on the board, on the stage that has been put. And he's kind of talking on, still with the trumpet to his side. Thank you, everyone, for coming, for your patronage, and for interest in the fine, silly arts. Here we will have a show up of whoever wants to show their best. Well, this was simply a town event. A bit of propaganda from travelers have grown this to something larger. And thanks to the support of a benefactor, and he gives a bow to the chunky elf to the side that kind of brings one hand up and kind of gives a silly smile, twirling his fingers to the crowd. We also have a bunch of interesting magical items that you, as the winner, second winner, or third winner, we are all winners here today, can take home and brag about to friends and family.
Ooh.
Flack is very interested. Can he do a strength talent? Or something to do with
Right.
constitution?
Drinking.
Arm wrestling.
Alcohol.
Arm wrestling
Oh,
contest.
constitution.
Go find somebody really big and arm wrestle them.
Alright, Goliath.
What?
No.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
don't.
What?
My bad.
Goliath!
That might-
Goliath big. Right,
Yeah.
no, I think it's
So-
like a drinking contest or a strength contest, because that's my main things, really. And
Well,
constitution.
you want to pick like an NPC because you want to give. I mean, like OOC, like everybody wants a chance to like win this, right? So if you compete against Issa and she loses, then like she doesn't have the opportunity to like do something else. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
Pick
yeah,
like an NPC.
Any NPC. A strong
Right.
NPC.
Ooh, this
Okay.
guy. Pick this guy. He looks like. Who is this guy?
Who is that guy?
Who's this dude?
It's a girl.
That's the guy that's
Nah, he's got a
holding
beard.
the.
Dwarves
that's the
girls
the
have
guy
beards.
that's
Dwarven
that's the guy
girls
that's
have beards?
holding. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the guy that's holding the grapes up to the elf's mouth.
What about this person?
Yeah,
I
if
can't
you
do
guys,
the thing. I
when the
can't.
time comes, I'll roll you, make you roll a investigation check to see who you want to be. I have it prepared, so don't worry. Right.
I can't do the thing.
As
Yeah, okay.
with your clicking token, you just maintain click on who wants to you want to point to.
Ah, okay.
Yep, yes, click. So, you guys,
Like, okay.
It says everything that you want to show. Yep. You guys can choose to wait and see what other contestants do, or you can go one after the other. It's your guys' choice. If you want to space it out or see what the other people bring to the competition.
Rowan is not somebody that's going to go first.
I guess we space it out. Like,
Flack is cocky as fuck.
All right, Flack goes first, and then maybe we'll let it
Flack
in.
is cocky as fuck. He's just cocky as fuck. It's just like, yeah. Fuck.
Alright.
So cocky.
Alright. So you come up the stairs to the podium. The halfling looks at you with a wide smile. You see a few of the other people that were aiming to go first kind of stop as you were a little faster than them. And says, good sir, what is your name?
I'm fucking Flack.
Ladies and gentlemen, fucking Flag goes first.
I want him
again,
to
I'll
only
flap
be
you.
known as
Hang on.
fucking
I'll give him a
Flack.
little flap around the head. No, it's Flack.
Flag. There we go. So, sir, what are you to show us today? What
I want to bring strength to this table.
strength, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you decide where you're from, please?
Yeah. Strength, ladies and gentlemen, strength is what Black will show us. Are you
We'll
to
fucking
lift a
challenge you,
horse? Oh.
Oh, it's
roll
open
a,
challenge.
roll either a persuasion or an investigation check, Black.
Can I do both?
No.
Oh.
That'd be too easy.
They're both shite.
Do what your heart tells
Oh,
you.
fuck.
Nobody wants to. Everyone's scared shitless, okay?
Everyone kind of looks on, kind of, I'm not too sure. When suddenly you hear a booming, and to one of you, familiar voice.
Oh,
Thank
shit.
you.
Wait,
And
is it
you
the
see
drunk guy?
coming from around the corner, about 8 feet tall, gray skinned, and bald headed
Yay!
Goliath.
Is that your granddad?
Yeah!
Oh my fucking god. Sorry, Flack, you're gonna get tanked.
You see, sorry, looking for the token I had it right here. Roll and just decides to delete or move things. Definitely earlier.
Oh shit.
When I
look up
see
to the back.
my grandfather, I like try to suddenly go up and hide behind one of the benches because I was only supposed to be shopping today and go right back to the shop, and then I got distracted. So,
Make a stealth check.
You gotta make a stealth check, girl.
Scheiße. Stealth. I don't. Did that go well?
Probably not. Considering how big you are.
He doesn't seem to look at you. He just appears to be moving towards the stage, and you do see this very formidable-looking individual just A grey skin covered with burns and scar marks, tattoos, just the whole 9 yards of a proper Goliath.
Oh, right. Okay.
Nice.
Give me a minute. I need to go to the toilet.
Alright. Yeah, if we want to take a break before Flag gets nuked.
Before Flag gets fucked up.
Now you could actually run across to the store and need to grab a Coke real quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I'm
take
gonna go run to
5-10 minutes.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Didn't mean to do that. Meant to mute myself. Okay. But
Right. I'm back. Hello?
hey, we're taking a 10-minute break.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Joe had to go and get something from the store,
Ah, right.
so
Okay.
he'll be back in 10 minutes.
Oh, no, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Mm-mm.
I've got a surprise for everybody.
I'm excited to see my grandfather fight.
I mean, isn't it like an
You,
arm wrestle or just a proper fight?
I have no idea.
All I did was say that someone challenged me. It was like, yeah, I didn't actually say what.
I
So
mean,
it could be arm wrestle
he
and
would
I rage.
he would take the fight. He's an old adventurer, but and he didn't get the fame he wanted, so he settled down here. So he's a
Ah.
bit grumpy.
Oh, that's fair. That's no. Does he? Is he a Goliath? Is he what class is he?
Yeah, he's a good. I have no idea. I didn't create him. I mean, I did, but like, I didn't create his stats. I just created the person, I guess.
Ah. So I'll have to ask Joe. I wonder if he's a barbarian then.
Yeah, that makes the most sense. Goliaths tend to be barbarians,
That can be fighters.
or like, yeah, but like people that fight.
That's true. I'm just wondering if I should pause my stream.
I mean, a 10-minute cozy conversation won't hurt anyone. But if they're here for D&D, then
That's true.
they
Might be
might not
tough
enjoy
crap.
this.
Ah, I can't be bothered. if they don't like it, they don't like it. One of them.
Yeah.
Sorry, 4 viewers. I have 4 viewers. Woohoo!
I think I'm one of them.
Yeah, I'm probably one of them as well.
Yeah.
So 2 viewers. Hello.
Yay.
Yay. Oh. No. I should really eat something, but I really can't be bothered. I'll do that
Yeah,
after.
I've slowly eaten my snacks because the thought of just hearing someone eat and knowing it's me that makes someone uncomfortable like that makes me like, don't eat. You can wait.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I'm drinking. I'm actually in my 3rd pint. Oh.
Good job.
Yeah,
Commit
great.
to the character.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Mm.
No, I've got my food in the oven.
Method acting.
Okay.
That's good. Method acting.
suppose.
I don't really know what I should do in this talent show, I guess. I have an idea, but like it was just
Well-
something cool to entertain the children there.
Well, you're a Goliath, aren't you? So, Forge Cleric.
Yeah,
Maybe making sparks. And your Forge
I
Cleric,
was
you can
thinking
make
of
kind
like
of sparks, kind of hammering and different kind of shapes of sparks.
yeah, I was
Uh,
thinking of perhaps putting on a show for the children. So asking them if they had like a toy or a broken thing and then try to mend it and stuff like that.
mm,
But I don't know if like they would count magic as a talent. What I really want to do is try to cast command on one of you guys. So,
don't cast it on
but
me.
I don't know what that would do. I mean, I know what it would do, but I don't know what it would do as a talent show thing.
Well, I'm a dwarf. I can smith things. That's natural.
Yeah.
But I'm not good with smith tools. I'm
I
proficient
am,
in.
but
Be a dwarf, I should actually be automatically proficient in smithing. Really.
well,
You have a
Roll
stun
20.
cunning.
well,
Oh,
hey,
Hello.
at roll 20 you have
Just
to.
have a look. Yeah, unless you use the character and search some things are not that. Right, so I'm back.
I mean, they're just muted, so I'm guessing they're not back yet.
possible. Yeah, puff and on.
I'm here.
Oh, hello,
Yay.
Puff. Hello, how are you?
Hello. I'm okay. I was just a YouTube video during the break.
Ah, YouTube.
Yeah,
Why not watch my stream?
because it was quiet.
Yeah, don't worry. There's not a lot of people viewing it. Oh,
How many people do you usually get?
not a lot. Probably 2 maximum, and I'm one of them.
Well, then we'll slowly start building up that.
Oh, hang on. Facondot is now following you on Twitch. Hello,
That's me.
Facondot. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the follow.
Yeah. Yeah. I already posted this on the 2 main channels, so I'll start looking at it. So. Pum, pum, pum. No. Right. Is Rowan here?
Not yet.
Hmm?
She's not here yet, I think. She's still muted.
She'll be back in a minute. Good to have a 10-minute break now and then. Oh, there's a point.
Yeah.